The RCA Select-O-Vision video cassette recorder you are about to see represents one of the most innovative and exciting developments in the history of home VCRs. The design concept and electronics engineering it employs place it firmly in the vanguard of consumer video technology. This new instrument is so advanced, so outstanding, it could very well establish an entirely new benchmark for VCRs of its class. In terms of design, performance, features, and versatility, it has no comparable predecessor, and at present, it has no comparable competition. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the RCA Select-O-Vision VJP900 video cassette recorder. It is the premier model in RCA's 1983-84 VCR line. The list of its performance and convenience features reads like a dictionary of the latest advances in VCR technology, from 8-hour recording capability to frequency synthesis tuning to 21-day, 8-event programmability, stereo sound, and 18-function infrared remote control with special effects. The list goes on. It includes an LCD tape counter and record time indicator, audio and video dub, express record, and an innovative 5-video head wheel system for superlative field still special effects. We'll review all of the 900's features in more detail shortly, but right now, I'd like to take a moment here to let you admire it close up. The styling is impeccable, with the look of brushed aluminum accented by a more polished, reflective base and contrasted by the black crystal surrounding the timer clock display. The most used function controls are clearly labeled, conveniently arranged for accessibility, and human engineered to a size that makes them ideally suited for activation by even the largest of human fingers. The overall casework is a marvel of compactness. It's less than 5 inches high, only 17 inches wide, and a little over 11 inches deep, a size that's perfect for virtually any component setup. And anyone who sees this instrument is bound to be impressed by its looks alone. Its complement of features and performance characteristics will make their eyes bulge. But when you show someone that the VJP900 is RCA's convertible VCR, it will take their breath away. It takes mine away almost every time I do this. It's amazing. An under 8-pound portable recording deck with an optional slide-in rechargeable battery. Team it with an RCA camera, carry it with an optional carrying strap or an RCA carrying case, and you're ready to produce your own video roadshow. Then bring it home and set it back on its connector base, insert a cassette, and it's ready to perform like no other table model RCA has ever offered. Just turn on your TV, press power, and play. There's no cabling required between the recording deck and the tuner timer. The connection is virtually automatic and remarkably simple to execute. If I can do it one more time, I assure you, it's easy. The connectors on the base terminal are mounted in a floating housing which facilitates proper positioning. This little door on the back of the deck covers the connectors during portable operation. You slide it back like this before you place the deck onto the base. Now, all you do is place the deck on the base's channel guides and slide it back until it latches. RCA invented the term convertible VCR, and if this VJP900 isn't truly convertible, no VCR is. And no VCR available today gives you more. Absolutely deluxe table model features, plus the incredible versatility of 3-way operation, AC house current for indoor table model use, DC current from an optional rechargeable battery, or from an optional cord that plugs into a car or a camper cigarette lighter. It's an incredible package with an incredible combination of features designed to make it more than a top-of-the-line table model VCR and much, much more than a portable tube. The RCA Select-O-Vision VJP900 convertible cassette recorder. There is no equal. You are looking at one of the latest and most dramatic innovations in VCR technology. It is the VJP900's direct drive head wheel with 5, that's right, 5 video heads. Now, 2 heads are sufficient for straight recording and playback, but can't deliver special playback effects in SP with any quality, which is why most 2-head VCRs usually feature special effects in 1 speed only. 4-head VCRs are naturally more costly, and they usually do provide high-quality special effects in both SLP and SP. If they are newer RCA VCRs, for example, they also feature field still stop action. Field still is a step beyond the older and conventional frame still, which can produce a jump in a frozen picture, because there are actually 2 pictures or fields being displayed. Well, the VJP900 does feature field still stop action, but its special effects head wheel system takes it yet another step beyond the ordinary 4-head system. To be exact, 1 head further, to the 900's incorporation of 5 video heads. It's a design that results in a new standard of excellence for RCA's overall picture quality in both normal play and special effects modes. Do I dare say it puts the VJP900 head, wheel, and shoulders above the competition? From 5 video heads in here, we step to 8 hours of recording time in here, the RCA VK330 cassette, over 2.5 hours in SP, 5.3 hours in LP, and up to 8 hours in SLP. No VCR videotape combination gives you more capability. And speaking of capability, you'll be hard-pressed to find a VCR with more programming capacity. The 900's tuner timer can be preset up to 21 days in advance to record up to 8 different programs. It can also automatically record the same program on a daily basis, which is ideal for catching up on the soaps. Or it'll record on a weekly basis as well. The programming controls are located right here, behind this nifty-looking door across the front base. You set the clock for the correct time of day before you enter the programming instructions. Just hold the clock button in. The display will begin to blink at you, telling you which step to perform next in the clock set sequence. First, select the day that it is, whether it's AM or PM, then the hour, and then the minutes after the hour. Just release the clock button and you're set. Now you can set the programmer for unattended recording. First you press the program button, and again the display will blink at you to tell you what information needs to be entered next. Right now it's saying select a program position, 1 through 8. We'll take number 7. Now it's telling us to select the day we want to record on. If you're wanting to record on a daily basis, you would now press the daily button. If you want to record on a weekly basis, you'd press the weekly button and then enter the day of the week. Notice the 1W, 2W, and 3W blinking along with the days. They stand for this week, next week, which is week 2, and the week after next, or week 3 of programming, each week beginning on Sunday. Today is Thursday of week 1. Let's assume we want to record a program next Monday. We simply press the 2W, 3W button once. We press it again for week 3, and then press the Monday button. Now we need to enter the on time. First, AM or PM, then the hour, and hours, minutes. Then minutes after the hour, and hours, minutes again. Next, we enter the off time, AM or PM, the hour, hours and minutes, then the minutes, hours, minutes. Finally, we need to enter the channel number, which we select using the channel buttons. The display will now review your programming automatically on Monday of next week at 8 a.m. and off at 9 a.m., recording channel 13. If you want to check your programming, all you do is press the program button and then the program position you might want to review. The display automatically steps through your instructions. If you've made an error or you want to make a programming change, you use the clear button. The dim bright button simply changes the intensity of the display. Once you've completed your programming, all you do is press the timer button. It will light if the unit has been correctly programmed. If it blinks, it's telling you to put in a cassette, or that the cassette that you've already inserted has had its safety tab removed to prevent recording over it. Well, now, that's programming. But what if you're in a hurry? You've been watching a ball game or your favorite soap, and suddenly you have to go pick up the kids. You don't know when you'll be back, but you don't have time to go through the programming sequence to set an off time. And this is where this little XPR button comes in. Express Record. It lets you start recording immediately with automatic turn-off at the end of 30, 60, 90, and 120 minutes, or after 3 or 4 hours. With power to the recorder on and a cassette loaded, you check or change your channel. Press XPR once to get it ready, again to record for 30 minutes, again for an hour, once more for an hour and a half, and so on for up to 4 hours of recording with automatic stop. The display will indicate elapsed record time, and you can even extend the time by pressing the XPR again. Express Record. It's a sophisticated convenience feature that once you've had occasion to use, you'll never want to be without. Sophistication of another sort is evidenced by these 10 numbered channel selector buttons. They allow direct tuning of broadcast and cable channels. As you can see, the channel number is prominently displayed whenever power to the recording deck is on. You press 0 and then the number for channels 2 through 9. The other channels are entered by pressing their numbers in order, like 2 and 3 for channel 23. The tuner these buttons activate is one of the most sophisticated components presently used for home video. It's called a frequency synthesis, or FS system. It uses a vibrating quartz crystal as a stable and precise frequency reference so that each channel frequency selected can be locked in with no tuning drift and absolutely no fine-tuning ever required. Something else isn't required as benefit of the VJP900's tuning system. Its effort. Channel selection is virtually instantaneous. There are no special tabs or fine-tuning controls. There are these 2 buttons, up-down buttons. They help make tuning the 900 almost totally effortless. They operate the tuner's programmable channel scan memory. Pressing either one will instantly cycle the tuner to the next higher or lower channel you have programmed. Holding either one down allows you to quickly review what's on each active channel that you've programmed. These 3 buttons next to the clock set controls in the base help you execute the programming. With the select lock channel switch in the lock position, press either the up or down button until you cycle a channel you don't want. Flip the switch to select and press erase. The audio will be muted on the television. Flip the switch back to lock and the channels will have been deleted from the scan memory. To add channels, you first press the appropriate direct channel number keys, then flip the switch to select and press add. You return the switch to the lock position once you've made all your channel entries. The only thing left to do is enjoy, because the 900's channel scan memory can also be operated by remote control. The hand unit has a channel up and a channel down button for instantaneous scanning. The remote also has a TV VCR button, so you can use the 900's channel scan memory for remote channel change during regular TV viewing. If the 900 is connected to a standard television receiver without remote control, there's a double benefit. The first, obviously, is chair-side channel selection. The second benefit comes from the 900's tuner itself. Because the television will be receiving a signal tuned with the accuracy and the precision of the 900's no fine-tuning frequency synthesis system. The same FS tuning benefit can, of course, be achieved with the 900 connected to a monitor. And remember, we're not just talking about broadcast reception. We're talking about direct cable TV reception, too. The 900 can tune all VHF frequencies, all UHF frequencies, and a wide spectrum of mid-band, superband, and hyperband cable frequencies. There's even a special switch on the back to adapt the system for standard cable frequencies or special offset frequencies. You can check with your local cable company to find out what system and which channels it uses. And by the way, if your cable company happens to scramble some of its pay channels, the 900 happens to have a built-in plug for an optional RCA cable adapter available later this year. This unit will allow the cable to scrambler box to be switched in either by the timer or by the remote control. You know, I think if we were to stop counting the 900's features right now, we'd probably be able to come away with enough to keep even an ardent videophile happy. But needless to say, there's more. In fact, as the saying goes, we ain't seen nothing yet. For example, this little window displays the 900's tape counter readout. This little button key labeled Rec Time Count changes the LCD readout to elapsed recording time. Press it again and you're back to the counter display. You press the reset button to start both displays at zeros. While you're recording, you can use the time display to track how much tape time you've used, or you can call up the counter display to help you index programs or segments on your tape. Indexing like that makes it much easier to access particular program segments or start points. All you have to do is press fast forward or reverse and watch the counter display. Now let's assume you're watching a tape and you see a segment you'd like to review later. This is where the memory switch comes in. Just press the reset button and then the memory key. When the tape is rewound, the VCR will automatically stop at the point you selected. Whenever the counter is at zero and the memory key is pressed, the VCR will automatically stop at zero during rewind. Tape counter with memory, and recording time indicator, and more. The LCD in this window also serves as a battery charge indicator. When the 900 is operating as a portable from its optional battery, the display will read battery E when it's time for a recharge. By the way, the battery will be automatically charged in its special compartment as long as the deck is connected to the base and the base is plugged into AC power. All you have to do is be sure that the deck's power switch is off, and then press the charge button. Power off, power on, eject, insert cassette, stop. Each of these manual function keys has an illuminated indicator window to tell you what mode the VCR is in. This, obviously, is the stoplight. When you see it on like this, the 900 is ready for your next command. If it's blinking at you, it's telling you to be patient because you won't be able to operate the unit for a while. The 900 special automatic dew protection circuitry has taken over. There's too much moisture present for the VCR to be operated without possible damage. Just leave the power on, and when the light stops blinking, you'll be ready to go. To play for pre-recorded tape playback, or play and record at the same time for recording a tape. To pause for a brief interruption like a phone call or to edit out unwanted program material during recording. If you happen to be recording and leave the unit in pause for over 5 minutes, the pause indicator will blink. It's telling you that the VJP900 special power saver circuit is operating. This is especially beneficial during battery operation. After all, you don't want to use up battery power while you're not actually operating the unit. You may forget you left the 900 in pause, but the 900 won't. These two keys, labeled rewind, search, fast forward, both serve dual functions. During SP and SLP playback, they provide forward and reverse visual search. From the stop mode, they rewind or fast forward. Convenient? You bet. Easy to use? Definitely. Especially when the 900 has been converted to a portable VCR. The size of these primary function keys is perfect for operation in the field and on the go. But to be honest, when the 900 is being operated in all of its top-of-the-line table model glory, these keys probably won't be used very much at all. Because this does what they do, plus a whole lot more. Infrared remote control, power, channel scan, play, stop, record, reverse, rewind, still pause, search, fast forward, frame advance, slow motion, VCR TV switching. instantaneous command of 20 VCR functions, and SP, SLP special effects. And all from the comfort of an easy chair. An invisible beam of light transmits a special digital code for each function desired. That information is received by the 900 through this receiver window on the VCR. Activation is immediate, and because the system utilizes an infrared light, it isn't susceptible to spurious noises like jingling keys. The hand unit's primary VCR function controls operate exactly as do their counterpart keys on the VCR deck. Power on and off, play, stop, record, and play at the same time for recording. Fast forward and rewind, however, are separate from the forward and reverse picture search buttons, which of course provide visual scanning of a recording 4 times normal speed in SP and 12 times normal in SLP. The VCR TV button is here, again operating just like its counterpart on the base unit. The TV mode is used only when you want to watch broadcast or cable programs and tune them on your TV set. Whenever the 900 is turned off, it automatically switches to the TV mode. But if your TV doesn't have remote control, or it doesn't have a tuner as sophisticated as the 900's frequency synthesis system, the remote takes on an added dimension. Just turn on your TV and tune it to channel 3 or 4. Turn the 900 on, and by remote control, switch to the VCR mode. Now, these channel up, channel down buttons will allow you to watch TV and select whatever channels you've programmed into the 900's memory scan system. Think of it, a remote channel selector for a non-remote TV with the added benefit of the 900's frequency synthesis tuning system. It's quite a combination, like extra icing on the cake. The sweetest 900 features, though, are its special playback effects. They are all designed to work in both the SP and SLP modes. Reverse, which is activated after you press the play button, plays the video backwards at normal speed. Still pause provides that picture-perfect, feel-still stop action. During recording, it simply stops the tape. Frame advance is used after pressing still pause. Each time it's pressed, the tape advances 1 video frame. It's perfect for catching a precise instant of motion. If you hold the button down, you'll see action at about 1/20th of normal speed. The slow button obviously activates slow motion. Once it's pressed, you can then use the variable speed buttons to increase or decrease the motion. The 2 slow tracking buttons allow you to adjust for the best picture during slow, still, or frame advance. You press the slow button first, then use the up or down tracking button to move any noise bands to the top or bottom of the picture. It's really quite easy to do, and it helps provide positive proof of the 900's quality special effects, not to mention quality remote control. It puts a VCR full of features right in the palm of your hand. What more could you want from a deluxe VCR? How about stereo? With, of course, noise reduction. The number of pre-recorded tapes in stereo is growing rapidly, and the VJP900 is fully compatible. It will even record in stereo, which is perfect for FM simulcasts or for your own videotape extravaganzas. The stereo switch is down here on the base of the deck. It also has a mono position and a tuner camera position for setting the audio source to be recorded. Over here on the side of the deck are the left and right channel audio inputs. The left and right channel outputs let you feed stereo to a compatible television, like an RCA Color Track 2000, to a video monitor system, or to an amplifier speaker system. These left and right microphone inputs allow you to make live stereo recordings. And here's the noise reduction sound with sound switch. During playback, you turn it on to help reduce tape hiss, and during recording, it's used in conjunction with the 900's audio dub and sound with sound features. Audio dub on the 900 provides 2 basic options. You can replace previously recorded sound in mono or stereo, or you can add an audio track to existing audio. To replace audio, you put the sound with sound switch to off, select tuner camera, mono or stereo, and connect microphones or audio line inputs. Then you begin playing the tape that you want to dub, and when you reach the point where you're going to cut in, you press and hold play and hit the audio dub key. For sound with sound, you simply flip the switch to on and repeat the dubbing procedure. That's audio dub. Now for video dub. The 900 is the first RCA VCR to incorporate this feature. It's an ideal complement to the complete convertible VCR system. Video dub allows you to insert a video segment from a camera or another video source directly into previously recorded material. It automatically erases the original video while keeping the original audio. All you do is connect your camera to the input or your VCR to the video input and play the tape you're editing to the point where video dub is to end. And we'll press stop. Then we reset the tape counter to zeros and press the memory switch. You'll see a small M in the lower right corner of the display. Next, we find the point on the tape we want to begin dubbing by using rewind and play, and choose our startup point by pressing pause. Now we press play and record at the same time. Then we press video dub. Now all you do is start your video source and press the pause key on the 900. The VCR will now automatically stop when the counter reaches zeros. It's really quite easy and quite exciting when you consider the special dimension it adds, along with audio dubbing, to the total VJP900 convertible system. Every feature, every little switch, button, and readout is designed to help this incredible convertible deliver the best performance and versatility RCA has ever offered in a VCR. From the tracking control to adjust for best playback of tapes recorded on other units, to the SP, LP, SLP speed switch, and the 900's automatic playback of tapes recorded at any speed, to this ear or headphone plug for monitoring audio, to direct input and output for optimum video signals, and the camera input, which also plugs you into the 900 scene transition stabilizer for smooth segues between individual shots. And then there's this jack for use with an optional DC car cord or a spare battery. And for completely portable operation, here's the compartment for housing the primary optional rechargeable battery. It also will hold an optional RCA VJP900 AC power adapter, so you can use the deck away from the base and still operate it on AC power for playback or camera recording. The 900's optional nickel-cadmium battery is designed to deliver up to an hour of camera recording on a full charge. If you wanted to recharge a spare, it connects to yet another jack on the back of the timer itself, right next to this equally convenient AC outlet. Plug the base into AC power, and you can plug the TV or a monitor or the RCA cable TV adapter into the outlet. The VJP900 is one of the most sophisticated home video devices RCA has ever offered. It's designed to be a deluxe table model, a top-of-the-line portable, and an integral component in a home video entertainment system. That system may utilize several other video devices, including, of course, a television set or monitor. So versatility and flexibility are the keys. The RCA SelectVision VJP900 convertible VCR delivers versatility and flexibility like you've never seen it before. As I said earlier, it takes my breath away. So with that in mind, there's no way I'd have enough breath left to recap all of the 900's great features. I'll let this video do the talking instead. After all, it's going to be the VJP900's video that'll be doing most of the talking from here on out. Welcome to the hands-on segment of your VJP900 seminar. If you're like me, every time I discovered another feature or capability, I got more impatient to try out the 900 for myself. Fundamentally, the 900 is no different from previous RCA VCRs when it comes to hookup and operation. So I'm sure that given the time, you could probably figure out its basics for yourself. But we are, by necessity, under certain time constraints. So please, follow the program and your workbooks. You'll have plenty of time to do a complete test flight once the 900 is available for demonstration on your sales floor. Our first procedure is basic hookup to a standard television receiver. We'll be using an RCA 25-inch monitor, so for the time being, if you will, pretend that the connection panel isn't there. We'll be concentrating on the antenna block instead. Our first step is to provide the 900 with antenna signals, either off-air broadcast or cable. The cable feeding my picture and voice to you now carries these signals. Mine is on either channel 3 or 4. When I finish this first sequence, you'll remove the cable from the monitor's antenna block. Then you'll reattach it to the 900's in-from antenna into this terminal. At this point, if the cable was from an outdoor antenna, you would be sure the 900's TV channel switch was in the norm position. If the signal was coming from a cable company, you would set the switch to CATV, and then, in most cases, set the switch next door to STD for standard cable frequencies. Some cable companies, however, offset their channel frequencies, which means they transmit their programming at a wrinkle or two above or below standard FCC frequency allocations. The HRC and ICC positions preset the 900's tuning system to accommodate these two most common offset cable transmission variations. Be sure you know what systems are available in your area, and by all means inform your customers that they need to know what kind of cable system they're on if they subscribe to one. You'll be doing them a big service. Your meeting leader will tell you what kind of broadcast or cable feed you're on at the end of this segment. He'll also tell you whether to set the 900's RF switch to channel 3 or 4, which is the next step in a standard TV set hookup arrangement. It determines what channel the TV will be receiving the VCR signal on and requires the connection of another RF cable from the 900's out to TV terminal to the TV's antenna block, in this case the monitor's 5-ohm connector. By way of review, this standard hookup configuration provides off-air or cable signals to the VCR with automatic loop-through of those signals to the TV set whenever the 900 is turned off. When channel 3 or 4 is tuned to the TV and the 900 is in the VCR mode, the TV displays whatever video signals the VCR is utilizing. To record a program off the air and monitor what you're recording on the TV, you simply insert a cassette, press the power button, select the channel you're going to record on by using the channel keys. Your meeting leader will give you the number. Turn your monitor on, tune it to channel 3 or 4, press the 900's TV VCR switch for the VCR mode, the light will come on, then press play and record at the same time. After you record a few minutes of programming, stop the tape, press rewind, and then play the tape back. There are step-by-step instructions for this first procedure in your workbook. Follow them closely and listen carefully for any additional instructions from your meeting leader. Okay, go to it. You have now recorded and played back with the 900 in a standard television hookup arrangement, which is, of course, only in monaural sound. If you wanted to record a stereo FM simulcast, though, you would simply input left and right channel patch cords from your stereo receiver to the left and right audio inputs on the 900. You retain your standard TV antenna configuration. For stereo playback with a standard TV, you need an external amplifier speaker system. Again, the antenna hookup remains the same for video. You simply connect a left and right channel patch cord From the 900's left and right audio outputs, two left and right inputs on your amplifier. Just make sure to keep them in line, left to left and right to right. If you have a stereo-capable television, like an RCA ColorTrack 2000, you would make the same left and right channel connections to the audio inputs on the receiver. And once more, the antenna hookup stays the same. Of course, the ultimate hookup variation occurs when you connect the 900 to a video monitor, like this 25-inch SelectVision unit. To take advantage of the monitor's direct video display capability for tape playback, simply attach a standard video patch cord to the 900's video out jack and run it to the monitor's Video 1 or Video 2 input. In this case, we'll use Video 2. If you wanted to bridge the 900 signal to another monitor, or VCR, you would, of course, use Video and Audio 1. But the reason for using Video and Audio 2 is to accommodate the audio connection better. Now we can attach our left and right channel lines from the 900's left and right outputs to the monitor's left and right Audio 2 inputs. This way, playback through the monitor in stereo or monaural is automatic and leaves the switchable Audio 1 available for either a mono or stereo source. Now it's your turn to make direct video and audio connections from the 900 to the monitor. You'll be playing back the tape you recorded earlier and can watch it on 9.2 on the monitor. Then try switching to channel 3 or channel 4 to see if there's a difference in the video. Follow the steps outlined in your workbook, and I'll be back when you've finished. I've already given you a brief review of the clock set and timer programming procedures. They're identical to those for last year's VJP900 VCR, so we won't take the time here for a complete hands-on. For your convenience and reference, the steps are outlined in the back of your workbook. Now we'll take a look at programming the 900's channel scan memory system. It only works when the deck's power is on. The stop button will be lit, and the channel display will come up in the crystal above the direct channel entry keys. The up and down keys cycle the tuner. To program, they're used in conjunction with the add, erase, and select lock switch on the base. Once programming is complete, the channels that you've entered will be accessible not only by the up-down keys in the 900, but also by the channel up-down buttons on the remote unit. Of course, channels are always accessible by direct entry using the 10-channel keys. The simplest method of programming is to first enter the channels you want into the memory, move the switch to select, and then enter a desired channel number with the channel keys and press add. Repeat the steps, channel number, then add for each channel you want to scan. Let's add 4 channels. 6, 10, 25, and 63. You might want to enter the channels that you're most familiar with in your area. Now move the select lock switch to lock. Next, press the scan up or down button until you come to an unwanted channel. There's one. See, 7. Move the switch to select. Press erase, and then flip the switch back to lock. Now scan the memory for any other unwanted channels and repeat the select, erase, and lock procedure for each unwanted channel. We couldn't show it to you here, but you will notice that every time you press erase to delete an active channel, the audio on your hands-on monitor will be muted. Now it's your turn to program the 900 channel scan memory. When you're done, you should have only the 4 channels you've programmed. Your workbook outlines the steps you need to follow. Our next hands-on procedure is video dubbing. The process is simple, but it involves several steps. For the purpose of this demonstration only, it also includes a rather unique wrinkle. So please pay close attention. The 900's video dub feature allows you to insert video from a camera or other video source onto a previously recorded tape. It erases the original video and replaces it with what you've inserted. Live video from a camera is dubbed in by connecting the camera to the camera input on the 900. Any other video is inserted through the 900's video input jack. What we're going to do today is insert a segment of my video onto the tape you recorded a few minutes ago. We'll use the master feed hookup already in place. From the video disc player that's feeding me to you right now, through the 900's antenna in at your own station, and onto the monitor through the RF antenna block. This way, when you begin video dubbing, you'll make sure that the 900's TV VCR switch is in TV, and the monitor is tuned to either channel 3 or 4, so we can take the video out from the monitor and feed it to the video input of the 900. All we need to do to make this link up is take a video cable from the monitor's video output and connect it to the 900's video input. The first step is to cue up the tape we're dubbing onto. You can tune the monitor to 3 or 4 to see where you are. Now, we'll play back our tape till we reach the point where we want our video dubbing to end, and we'll press stop. Then we reset the tape counter to zeros and press the memory switch. You'll see a small M in the lower right corner of the display when the memory's been activated. See the M there? Next, we find the point on the tape we want to begin dubbing by using rewind and play. For this hands-on, we'll just rewind a few ticks on the counter to the 9990s. Press play and choose our startup point by pressing pause. Now we press play and record at the same time. Then we press video dub. One more key starts the process. But first we need to queue up our dubbing material. If we were using a camera or another VCR, we'd be plugged in and ready. For this special demonstration, we need to make sure the TV VCR switch is in the TV position, light off. Check your cabling connections. Now all you do is start your video source and press the pause key on the 900. The VCR will now automatically stop when the counter reaches zeros. To check your dubbing, simply rewind the tape and play it back. Remember, video only will be dubbed. The original audio will still be there. Now it's your turn to video dub. Step-by-step instructions are in your workbook. When you have everything cued and you're ready to press the pause button to start the dub, let your meeting leader know. You'll be cueing me into all the hands-on stations at once. We are now going to adjust the 900 slow tracking to produce the best possible picture during slow motion, still, and frame advance. The controls for this procedure are on the remote unit. All you do is start tape playback, then press the slow button. Next, hold the variable slow up button until the motion is as fast as possible. If a noise bar appears, you then press the slow tracking up or down button to move the noise bar to the top or bottom of the picture. It shouldn't take but a few seconds. This hands-on segment covers basic operation of the VJP900 convertible with RCA CC015 color camera. In most cases, camera recording would be done with a battery installed. Before initial operation, a new battery needs to be charged for 1 hour. But for this demonstration, we'll leave the deck on the base and operate off regular AC house current. The first step is to plug the 15's multi-pin connector into the 900's camera input. Make sure the audio input selector switch is in the tuner camera position. Next, we'll power up the camera by turning the 900's power on and flipping the camera standby switch to on. Put the indoor-outdoor switch to indoor. We'll remove the lens cover. And then check the viewfinder to be sure the camera's white graphic is flashing. Now point the camera at a white object and move the white balance to set. When the white graphic in the viewfinder stops flashing, return the control to normal. Next, turn AGC off and make sure you're in the manual focus mode. Turn it to off. Now press the check button. The viewfinder should display battery OK, light OK, white balance OK, and indoor. Now press the check button again. The viewfinder should read focus manual, zoom fast or slow, and AGC off. Finally, press the normal button. You're now ready to record with the camera. Press the reset button on the camera handle. This causes the 900 to go into the record pause mode with the VCR under the control of the 15. To begin recording, you just press the record pause button on the camera hand grip, and RCA will appear in the viewfinder. After you've recorded for a minute or so, return the camera to pause. Next, press the quick review button. The 900 will rewind for an instant, then play back the last 3.5 seconds of your recording, while a review graphic is displayed in the viewfinder. After quick review, the VCR will return to record pause. To rewind the tape, press play on the handle, and then hold down the scan reverse button for a few seconds. When you release the scan button, the 900 will play back through the 15's viewfinder, and a play graphic will be displayed. Now, press and hold the camera's scan forward button. You'll see the high-speed picture in the viewfinder along with its graphic. Release the button, and playback returns to normal. High-speed reverse scanning is accomplished by holding down the scan reverse button. Again, you release it for normal forward play. Now, press the slow button. Viewfinder playback will now be at a reduced speed with a slow graphic displayed. You press play to return to normal speed. Pressing still on the camera handle produces a freeze frame in the viewfinder along with a still graphic. To return to normal playback, press still again. Finally, press the reset button and you'll be back in the record pause mode and ready to press the 900 stop key, which means there's also somebody out there ready to press my stop button too. So let me just say this. there is no equal. The RCA SelectaVision VJP900 convertible VCR is in a class by itself. Its features, performance, and video versatility make it an outstanding value. Teamed with this equally incredible RCA CC015, you have a video combination that is sure to take a whole bunch of customers' breaths away. In fact, this team could very well knock them all out. Don't forget to follow your workbooks, and great selling to you.